Mired in the Reek of Grief is the debut full-length album from Reekmind, a Sydney, Australia-based death metal trio, and one that infuses sludge metal into their sound. And that's absolutely as simple as it gets in terms of describing what they do. They're definitely playing a form of death doom metal that is slow-going and deliberate with its riffs, but they infuse that with atmosphere from sludge metal, and they kind of feed that in terms of slow climbing death metal songs that are definitely death metal, but also feature a sound that could be mistaken for something close to maybe 2010's Thou in terms of the slow built climb up the mountain and the kind of rasping release at the end. What they do differently in this band in general is that they don't really find that release at the end. They just keep climbing, and it kind of trudges forward on these long and slow formed songs, and they center around these bludgeoning, sometimes kind of hard to follow riffs because they sort of drone on. And we'll get a sense for that in any clip that I can show you here, and it will just be a big guitar tone and a lot of growling. So check it out here, and I'll talk more about what this album is and how much I enjoyed it.
All the tales are told, for I will rise like unfolds, thrust into.
So I won't go on a tirade about sludge and death metal and the possibilities and how far so many bands haven't taken it. But in terms of this group and the way that they come across, the rasped and hissing vocals, obviously comparing it to something like Summit era Thou will make sense. And I think if you're a fan of a band like Thra or Primitive Man, the monolithic sound of this production value will appeal to you because it's quite big sounding. It's got a little bit of a fuzzing edge to it, so it's not just stark and dry in terms of the actual guitar noise. The way that they perform it and pummel forth with it as a trio is dirging, simpler riff, death doom, and that is kind of the expression of the record, even if there is a lot of sludge metal influence feeding into it. Now, outside of style, there isn't a lot to say here because it's a very simple, straightforward listen. It really sells itself within a song or two in terms of what it's going to do for the duration of its play, and I think that they've developed something that is definitely worthy of a full length, and it shows that they can put together a record that is entertaining. But I do think that they need more in there. They need something more to really give you a reason to return to this record. It isn't so catchy or ear catching that it would stick in my head for days, or it wouldn't really pull me back in other than to return to that guitar tone or the overall hiss and churn of the whole thing. So it's a solid record. I liked it quite a bit, but I think they could do a lot more with this sound with iteration. So that's a moderately high recommendation for me. Check it out for yourself and see what you think. It released on March 7th. Otherwise, go ahead and check out my written review for more thoughts of mine on the record.